Welcome to 22 Breakdown. And we here to do another one for you. Got a little background noise because I'm chilling outside, enjoying the day. It's not too hot, so hey. Anywho, this is entitled, Who Are the 144,000? All right now. One thing I always speak about, and I should say a lot of my topics end up curving towards numerology, being in the matrix, definitely them two. And probably just as equivalent, the center of the disc in so many words, layman's sense. Well, who is the original? Now, I ain't gonna say original. Who is the 144,000? See, let's get an understanding. If you understand numerology, you already see a flaw that could possibly exist in the 144,000. If you get outside yourself and study other languages and numbers, you too will already see, well, it's a high chance you see that there could be a problem with the 144,000 number, with that number. For one, in numerology, zeros don't play no role. So if somebody say 12, it can mean 120, it can mean 12,000, 12 billion, 12 million, 12 whatever, with however many zeros behind it. If they say 3, same thing. It can mean 3, 30, 300, 3,000, all the way up to 80 million zeros behind that 3. I'm exaggerating, hey, you gotta have a little bit of happiness up in here. The topic is serious enough. And if you were into that, you would be already knowing the answer to this, that who is the 144,000, I'm sorry, who's the 144,000? I see a lot of Israelites, and we're the tribe of Judah, and we're the tribe of this and that, and it's 12,000 of each tribe, and this and that is going to happen, and 12 tribes times 12,000 is 144, and all this thousand. Okay. And then on the flip side, I've had people tell me, and I'm not gonna say they told me because of this, but I can see that. Think about Enoch. So perfect that Creator had to just take him off the earth. But we still here. And how many people we know that's gone already for centuries? In fact, some of God's good people, or right-hand man or whatever, lived, that his first man lived, what, from the biblical text, 930 years. So it would be hard to accept that you are one of the 144,000. You would figure that you're not pure enough. And then you got to think, all these billions of people that's been born, people that's alive now, we're talking, just say, from biblical text, if we go back 6,000 years, look at all these people that's not here. So what's the chances you would feel that you fall into 144,000? That's a small fraction today, for the people that's here today, let alone that's already existed. So it makes sense how someone could feel neglected and feeling, even if they feel they're going to heaven, they might not feel they're going to a better spot. They feel I might just be at the party, but I can't dance, or I can't, I can't get a little champagne or whatever. I can't have no food or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know where I'm trying to go with this. I'm just trying to use some humor to it. At least make it not so harsh, because this is a very harsh situation in a way, but at the same time, I got some good news. See, it's only harsh because they trick us and fool us with so much stuff that you'll live your life and then lose your life and without even ever knowing. Look how many people that's not understanding the 144,000 thing. So, let's find out what is the 144,000. Well, first off, the reason I say you guys got to get into the numbers, you got to get into the letters, you got to get into the different languages, definitely, because things can mean different things in different languages. Even the same language, it can mean something different. If I just, you hear me say, if I wrote down, she is bad, two different people can think two different ways. One can think she's an awful person. Somebody else can think she's very attractive. If I say she's fat, and you hear me say it, oh, you seen such and such? Yeah, last time I seen a man, she was fat. Somebody gonna think, well, she was plump. Somebody else gonna think she was sexy. In a enormous way, you feel me? So you gotta know this stuff. 144 can be 1,000, could be also 144. 144 is a number that's been around and thrown in our face since childhood. 9 is the biggest number on the planet. 10 caps 9 because it starts back over. After that, it doesn't matter. So the first 10 numbers is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 is the biggest number on the planet. Now, when you look at 10, what do you see? You don't even know what you see. I'm just messing with you, but telling the truth. You don't know what you see. When you see a 10, you see a 1 and a 0. Now, if I just take that 10 and dubbed it, switched it up here and there 3 more times, you will see binary code. Now, this is very important. You gotta understand how the system is set up. How the system is set up. So when I say system, yes, I'm saying matrix. It's set up. I mean, it's mathematical. It's mathematical genius. Now, I showed you guys that if you write out your DNA, if not write it out, but if you draw your DNA, you know the line to go up and down, then the line to go. It's 2 lines that go up and down. They keep crisscrossing with a lot of gates that connect the 2 lines. Y'all know what DNA look like. Just look up a picture of DNA. It look like a harp that's bent constantly. Well, for one, each one of them strings is called ribs. This is how you can take one rib and make a human. While we're on this topic. But anyway, in your DNA, every letter of the alphabet as well as every number 0 through 9 is embedded and coded in that pattern. I drew that out and I did post it up. It's in one of my videos. Are we living in the Matrix, I believe, on my channel. On this very channel. So when they saying 144, let me tell you something else about 144. in a different language. In American English, 144 is equivalent to 24, because it's the 24th letter of the alphabet. Now hear me out, this is going to get a little tricky. So there's a system called gematria, to where you add it up, then you add it up simplified, then you do the same thing in reverse. So X would be 24, it also would be 6. But if you do it reverse, well, A would be Z, and B would be 25, all the way to Z would be 1. Then X would be 3, and only 3. Do you follow me? That's in American English. However, if we went to the first writings that we are known to have, which is Sumerian text, 144 would be equivalent to the alphabet that we know as X. Now that's very important. Now think, 144 in Sumerian equals X. Okay? So what else does X equal? Well, in Roman numeral, X equals, what did we just talk about? 10. Do you see where we going now? Now we know that 10 is actually just the cap of the original numbers, 0 through 9. It's just what holds all of them, like a container, I should say. That's all 10 is, which means it's the foundation, aka the binary code, aka the DNA. Y'all just gonna have to rewind this if you ain't getting it, because I'm saying it right, and I know I am. I know it's tricky, but I know also what I just said, so I know I'm saying it right. And I ain't even gonna try to re-say it. So y'all just got to rewind. Because basically what I just said is, the 144,000 is not 144,000 people. It's every living thing. Because every living thing has the same binary code or DNA to it. Because at the end of the day, everything don't have the DNA like we got. Of course, a plant don't have DNA like a human does. But that plant and the human and everything else does have the binary code. Now let's go a little bit further how deep this goes down the rabbit hole when we talking about X. X is like the most powerful number if you think about it, because you know who X is? Let me give you a hand. Merry Xmas. See what I'm saying? It's getting better and better. Now you understanding where X come from in Xmas. What does Christmas have to do with Xmas? Merry Christmas, which derived from the massive spreading of Christ. But you don't see Christmas all the time. Sometimes you see Merry Xmas. Do you feel me? And if you look back at the older Christmas trees back in the day in the 70s and 80s, if you grew up around then, you will remember the bottom of your Christmas tree always was 2 pieces of wood in the form of an X. You got the X-Men. You have, if you put 10 names or numbers on the page, either one, and I told you to cross out. Now hear what I just said, a cross. I said cross out one of them names. Guess what you're going to use? You're going to use an X. Now it's getting real tricky because when you see a cross, it's more shaped like a T. Because it got that one more piece down at the bottom that take it from being an equal all the way around to one leg just a little long, the bottom leg. It looks more like a T. But you have never, no one you know would go write a T if you tell somebody to cross something out. Now, is this not true? They playing mind games with y'all, man. Me too. I had to learn. They playing mind games to keep you dizzy. And guess what? Y'all falling for it. Y'all want to party and do all this other stuff because that's more important. This is what everybody telling the creator right now. God, Buddha, Krishna, Allah, whoever you want to name it. This is what y'all saying. Even though I'm not happy right now, Lord or whoever, I can make a way. Because I'm going through this right now and that's finna better this. Or I'm going through that that's gonna better this. Instead of y'all saying, how do I get the fuck up out of here? Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Instead of y'all saying, how do I be totally right? See, because when you sit up and can think, well, God did not take me up like he did Enoch, you know something foul about you, and you're going to naturally allow yourself to be a little bit more foul because of you were taught that on 144 it is going to get to go. But I'm just showing you now that the 144 is bigger than what we thought. It's just a little bit better than what we thought. Because it can be 144 million. It can be whoever has the code of the 144 in them. Did you not get it? Feel good about yourself, man. That's what I'm just now showed y'all. I done had too many people that really thought it's over for them for what they did or whatnot because they felt that they weren't good enough as Enoch and all that anyway. Let me tell y'all something. There's only one person y'all ever known the last name was X. And his name is just as tricky as the compass. But that's a whole nother story. But I'm going to talk about Malcolm X. Malcolm X is telling you the same thing the compass is telling you. See, this is in another video. It's called True Colors. It's not on my site yet. I do know that, but it will be up soon. It's called True Colors. True Colors is going to show you where X is at. And X is in the exact same location to where the compass is pointing. Because the compass is telling you this is where you come to pass over. And the X is in that same spot. And remember now, X marks the spot. So what we're dealing with here is if X is the Holy Grail is where the four rivers meet, because that's what X is, the four rivers. All this is talking about center of a disc. That's what all of this is about. The 144, all that is about really X. Just like I told you about the where the compass point, The exclamation mark, that's where it's pointing to. The bottom of the exclamation point. That's why it's called an exclamation point. Again, telling you this is where you be to exit your claymated body. Y'all probably, what in the hell is he talking about? Listen, there's a thing out here that people believe. And the government evidently believe it too. And whoever wrote the Bible believe it. But it's basically, you came here through a portal or a hole, and you're to leave through a hole or a portal, I should say. And right now, X marks the spot. All that's telling the same story, people. And you'll get all that information in true colors when I post that one up. But see, here's the thing. You got to get on here and subscribe to get the information. Because in my opinion, it feels good to know, hey, wait a minute. It ain't just 144,000. It actually means, it could be all of us. Because now that you know that, it just make you, even people that consider themselves doing good, they're going to even try to do even better. Because they're going to be figuring, I slip here now. Everybody slip. But most of the time we slipping now because we already thinking we wasn't as good as Enoch. All because of stories that we told. But see, this is what they hiding from y'all. And because it's not in your face, you ain't gonna go look it up. It wasn't in your Sunday school. It wasn't in your regular school, your private schools. It ain't in your college. They're not gonna teach y'all this, people. They're not gonna keep you to knowing where you're supposed to be and how to get there and why. They're gonna teach you a whole nother something. And keep you locked in. A matrix. And one thing you better get wrapped around your head is you in the matrix. Because if you don't think you're in the matrix, run your ass over here and check out some of my videos. Especially when I put up the one with Kobe Bryant, the one with the presidents, Lincoln and Ford. Come on now. Some of this stuff cannot just be done. Some of this stuff just can't happen by chance. All this guessing all the games and all this other stuff, man, that's way too many. To guess one or two or three, maybe. But to not guess none of them, to show you an actual method that everything they do but be precise and done perfect with numbers. Perfect. That don't make sense. Games and things that celebrities is gonna do, that's one thing. But to be able to tell you about natural disasters, do you raise your hand if you truly understand what a natural disaster means? Please tell me that you understand what natural disaster means and who is the one and only motherfucker that should be able to tell you what a natural disaster is. Excuse my French. Only the superior being supposed to be able to tell you natural disasters, so you know what that means? Natural disasters is not being caused by that person because they are all happening on days that you can call. But see, they not teaching y'all this. Y'all better get to knowing this stuff, man. How many of y'all would never even thought that you was part of 144,000? Then there's a lot of people that really think that they are. They don't realize that 144,000 is for everybody that is playing as a human. And the reason I say playing as a human, because you are a human being. What you are, I'm not going to say because I don't want everybody coming back. Talking about something, no, so I'm going to leave it as what you're going to agree with. You are being a human, meaning you're not a human, but you being one, you playing one right now. Okay, let's leave it like that. You are a great actor and actresses. You playing as a human. So those all that is here on this planet playing as a human have the opportunity. And it ain't just 144,000. It's just 144, which actually means X. X marks the spot. X is everywhere. And I lost this chain of thought earlier when I talked about the compass. Malcolm is just like the compass. That's the only person that was named X. And what is he telling you? May all come to the X. May all come. May all come. May all come to the X. He's saying the same thing. There's only one person named X, and even he telling you that. Huh? So, I hope this was a little bit of some kind of enlightenment. It lightened my day to be able to put it out there. Been sitting on a lot of information, man, for decades, and I feel bad right about now because of who knows, man. Who knows how great things could have been right now, you know? But I do know one thing. Evidently, it was meant for me to now start saying what I'm saying. In the way I'm saying it. Don't get me wrong. I've been saying this for decades and going around, and the only thing I ended up with was, oh, you crazy and you this and that and that. But see, now recently, almost everything that I've been saying, people seeing it happening left or right. They're starting to see all this stuff that's happening. And when Kobe Bryant left us, rest in peace, boss, man, that's when people's eyes really start waking up. They was like, wait a minute, all this is happening too coincidental. And you're right. It's not coincidental. It is pre-planned, set up. Pre-planned, set up, and it's been like that since day one. Go look at the creation story. Is it a lie or a 6,000 year? Go look at that, part 1 and part 2, on this page right now, and you can see that from Adam and Eve to now, it's already was embedded in the creation story. So, we feeling good, getting this water down, and we finna get the countdown. 22 breakdown. As we always leave you, love yourself. And I guarantee you, it'll trickle over to somebody else. 22 breakdown. Y'all have a good one. Peace. We out, and we definitely will be back.